What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Drementfh, and welcome to Thorium Gaming, and it's time to let Hashut rise some more. We're getting very close to the end of our little struggle here, and it looks like our buddy Festus is going to try and take her gig away from the Empire. We've been pushing into the interior pretty steadily. We've got 3 Imperial armies here. Boris Todbringer, Emperor Karl Franz himself,
By Sigma,
and
no.
just Helmet. But they've got a lot of great swords in there, so that might be an issue, but we do have our 3 armies up here, including Ostrogoth, who's going to get a whole bunch of Chaos Dwarf reinforcements here shortly. Down here we've got Marcus Wolfheart and Volkmar the Grim going up against Skalderish and Skorigny. So that should be a good fight. I mean, Skorigny's got like a bunch of demon weapons and a couple of, well, Bale Taurus, a couple units of Infernal Iron Sword, so he should be fine. We have a lot of Dwarf infantry and other weapons here, along with a lot of heroes, so Marcus doesn't really stand a chance, I don't think. Up in the mountains, we do have a few armies going on. We got, I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name, coming down from the north with some reinforcements to help back up our attempts to take over the last of Karak-Kadrin's settlements? That's the word I'm looking for. Then way off in the south, we are fighting around these little areas. We're going to try and take Karak-Azul and then get some more dwarves into Drazoth's army. We've got Stromny coming up here, and he's going to help reinforce just enough to maybe take on that settlement and win. We do have more dwarves from the expedition. It's, yeah, Ironbound's expedition coming through here. So we have more dwarves that we can fight in the mountains, and it'll be fun that way. They've taken Lamia, they've taken the Misty Mountain. They've really pushed north, so at least one set of the dwarves is doing okay. I mean, Karak-Kadrin, or Everpeak, Karaz or Karak, and the High King have been pretty good in here, and we got assaulted by Ulrika. It looks like she's just on a horse, or no, it's not even her. There's Ulrika Magdova.
We are not brethren.
So the Empire has Ulrika, but there's not really much to do off the bat, so let's let the other nations go and see what shakes out, because we moved everything at the end of the last turn before we called it a week. I would like to say happy Thanksgiving to all my fellow Canadians out there. Happy Thanksgiving to the Americans when your guys' comes up, or if it's already passed. I'm sorry I missed it. Not really aware of certain other countries' holidays sometimes. We're going to have close defeat here. Yeah, let's back off. Back off. And we're going to lose this fight. Okay. So that's actually going to be a kind of bonus for us. Karak-Kadrin is not in the best shape now, but we can rebuild a Legendary Lord's army when he's up and available again. So I'm not too worried about it. We can still push towards Mount Gunbad. I was expecting more fights in the central areas of the Empire, but we're good here for now. But yes, anyone celebrating Thanksgiving right now, happy Thanksgiving. Try not to have way too much turkey drug, because that would be bad. We'll take the Ogre's assistance, because we can always use more Ogres. Fekondites are doing their thing. Shatan the Black is hurt. Black Shard armor is pretty good. Alright, so Ostrogoth has one more turn for Infernal Guards with great weapons. Marcus Wolfheart looks like he's backed off.
No way.
So let's take Skalderish, and let's head this way towards Castle Drakenhof. If we get inside Castle Drakenhof, take that, we might be able to pop up into the mountains and send them down to deal with the last of these dwarves.
I have no time for this.
It was the Demigryph Knights that really probably hurt us. Demigryph Knights are nothing to laugh at. And lose any lords or just... Yeah, it's all good, it's all good. We are making like 6,000 a turn right now. You are a labor master. You get casualty replenishment rate and sadistic snare. What is sadistic snare? Okay, so you don't have a specific thing that you can go for. We haven't used a lot of overseers, so maybe we will use an overseer. None of them are really good, though. What do we got for sorcerer prophets? Let's get one for fire this time. I'll take Biraz, Drak Killer. And while you're here, let's get you some goblins started off. Alright, so Hergig's been taken by the Fecund Knights, which helps us out, gives us a solid barrier up there. Bretonia is coming in. We got an army coming over here. And that's a Bellicorian army. Huh. Alright, so Stromny, we're going to force march his troops as close to there as we can so they can reinforce. A Pyrrhic victory, but a victory nonetheless, and then we can reinforce those armies. Let's occupy this as a tower. Level 5 tower. And take advantage of the fact that we can just make a level 5 settlement. Apologies, I had to sneeze. Didn't want to do it onto the microphone because that would be bad. We'll get Route Marcher and then we can get Inspiring Presence over here later. Drozoth. Let's get some Infernal Guard with great weapons. It's going to take 2 turns, but we kind of want to reinforce him anyway. He is the Infantry Lord, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he is the Infantry Lord and the Kadai and the Destroyer. The Kadai Destroyer and the Kadai themselves. So let's get... It's going to be 4 turns before we can sort him out. It's a lot of money, but he's going to have a very solid army. And we got a Tarok. He's got all of his... Oh, that's spell resistance I want. Missile resistance. Oh, it gives him ward saves too. That's nice. I don't have the coin for some of these. We should have the raw resources for others. Demon weapons. We're gonna upgrade this on our next turn. This Castellan, though, we can get restock. Helps us out. And we can start filling him in with some good infantry. I mean, the blunderbusses are okay, but not great. Don't need to worry about anything there. We'll let the other nations go, and we'll see what they do on this turn. No, we're not going to sign a non-aggression pact with you, Jaeger, because you're against the war host of the apocalypse, and we like Archaon. Always wise to get in good with the Lord of the End Times if you can. They have a way of steamrolling against you. Oh, one of our caravans, I guess, just got nailed. That kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We're starting to push into Karazakarak's territory, so Drozoth and Stromny need to reinforce their armies, which we can deal with, And we'll have to send out other caravans and all that sort of stuff. I wish there was more dedicated routes. And we've got, yeah, they're doing that up to these territories now. Okay, so we're up against one of the random armies. Alright, so while you're still collecting troops, let's get a couple of Kadai in your army. Might as well do your level while we're here. Bloody Bombardment, we are going to have a lot of lackeys. Well, we're going to have a lot of dwarves in general. Let's get the magic resistance for right now. We're going to toss you into camp stance, so you can get encamped. It's not the Tower of Jar I want, it is the Hellforge. Should have enough armaments now to get some more Infernal Guard, which we can possibly toss into Drazoth's army. So that should be good there. Let's check out, we've got convoys we can send out. Our covert convoy is good. We're short on cash, we're short on pretty much everything. So we'll just do a short army march. 500 armaments for cash. I might as well do that. It's fine, it'll work for now. Keep losing caravan masters, but that's fine. Let's look at our research though. We just got tyrannical decrees. So metallurgy, what's that give us? Yeah, we'll take that. It's only one turn, so we'll have another research done. And now Astrogoth can start going towards the Imperial armies down here. These three armies can come in and just devastate the Empire. And if we go down here, I'm not too worried about Volkmar slipping out. Skrigny, we want you just within reinforcement range. And Skalderish, our boy, is going to come in and take Castle Drakenhof. And we're turning Drakenhof into a tower at maximum efficiency. So that'll give us access to a lot of things that we need, including more dwarven sections. Be able to use Drakenhof as a base now. And if we can devastate Marcus Wolfheart and just knock out all these extra armies, maybe we'll just squirt up into the mountains and go after Karak Drin and end them.
I will not.
Gromindal's got a pretty good army. It's sad that Gromindal's not still doing his stuff up in the mountains way to the west.
Sur Unajar, Wanan Baras.
How are you? Here we go. He's got a Bale Taurus now. Okay, careful casting.
Abdano Grutasha Nunku.
We've got Arcane Conduits, so let's get the last point in Hellhammer. Alright, so it kind of looks like we're doing good. I mean, if we can devastate the Empire enough that we don't have any real enemies on this front, take over the mountains, and then we can take over the last Chaos Dwarves, take the main settlement, that'll be our long victory. Take a defensive alignment with the rats. Alliance, not alignment. Yeah, they kind of mean the same thing. These two armies are going to try and hunt down as many of the Empire armies as we can, while the Order. But knocking out Balthazar Guild only gives him to the Empire, and that makes the Empire even stronger.
Af an Asgard!
Yeah, we'll take the Feral Mammoth. Poxmakers of Nurgle are gone. Well, that's no good. Satan the Black is up and ready to go. So what we're gonna do is this guy that was holding this army together, we're gonna go in. That's not what I wanted. Maybe it was. We're gonna replace him. Where is Zatan the Black? There he is.
Satan the Dwarf!
So I think he's just a generalist. I don't think he gets really much of anything, and he's not magic in any way, shape, or form.
Hashut storm!
We have a ton of resources, so we don't need to worry about any of that. What we do get to do, we can reach Temple Hob from here.
Dum Thaumancy! Stroll! Hurry! Jar un Kuz!
And if we take Temple off, we'll be able to push to the west a little bit more. So occupy it as a level 1 tower. And these walls can start upgrading it. And we might be able to take on Marcus Wolfheart or Volkmar the Grim. Golden Order's really suffering, so not exactly in their interest to keep the war up. Alright, so this is going to be a pretty large fight. They might retreat, and if they do, hopefully they don't retreat far enough.
Dromadrazul! Doomleth!
Get all our armies close.
Taida Akra! Italan Dringi!
We're actually just going to raise that one. Helmet's the only one that survived the attack, so that's pretty good. I believe that that makes Astragoth as mighty as he is ever going to be. So our last point here, unbridled cruelty. That's what we'll go with, which will actually save us a little bit of money per turn. Take spread control on our Tark. Oh, he had another point. There we go. Now he's leveled up. Our Castellan. Alright, so he's all good.
Makazia Faumancy!
Alright, so let's get yeah, another
Drastaumancy Zarad!
I want a counter striker for our nice little Gorda's backstabber. Now let's get Conclave Dominance, because that's actually going to help us out here. Stromny, we want to just get more reinforced, well, get more reinforcements. I want it moving anywhere. Scarred Veteran here. Scarred, no, we want we got gun sight there. Extend its range. That's what we wanted. Get the salt mines and more dwarven infantry.
Izan Domitash.
That makes life a little bit easier there. Skalderish. Our boy Skalderish is all ready to level, so get Bandolier again. Actually, let's get always ready. Give him a little bit more speed instead of just ammunition. Always ready on our Castellan. And on our last caster here, he's got all that we need for there. Let's get him always ready too.
Zul Unajar!
Alright, so that takes care of a lot there. If I seem slightly distracted, I'm starting to smell the turkey being cooked here, and it smells amazing. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Looks like the feral orcs are going off and doing their thing, the savage orcs being savage orcs. But it's not like we cared about any of those individual places. Now let's see what we've got for quick deals, because we haven't checked our diplomacy in a while.
Speak.
Might as well take a trade deal. More money is always good.
Servant of Negat, chaos, eternal.
What? We talk instead of fight kill.
Take an alliance with Clan Moors. They're getting wiped out by the other dwarves here. They've got 3 cities that are left to them. So I think this is Carrick 8 Peaks, though, isn't it? Yeah, this is Carrick 8 Peaks. So they have the ability to come back and do well if we assist them. And Exiles of Khorne are doing pretty good. So it's all fine there.
Consort of Khorne!
And the Khornate factions are not doing the best right now. It's fine, though. We got one army under Brindal coming out of the mountains. Not worried. We're going to have to collapse back eventually here anyway, so let's let the other nations go and see what they do. Speaking of the Exiles of Khorne, they want us to join the war against Khemri for 3,000 gold. Well, we could use the gold right now. I don't mind being at war with Khemri, because they're far enough away that it's not really going to alter our plans in a meaningful way. Okay, so they took Mordheim, and they're retaking Drakenholm. But that means that Balthazar Gelt is in there, and we can smash him out, and then he is down for a while. Which will allow us to storm through the area without having to pick him back up, and with Ostrogoth having defeated those Imperial armies, we can keep moving in with him. Keeping Castle Drakenhof, not a big deal. Not too worried about it. These Savage Orcs are a little annoying, but also not really that big of a deal. I'll do combat drills, get some experience for those units. Don't really care about any of this, to be honest. Oh, one of our convoys is completed.
My lady will not allow it.
Tis Hashut Ankor.
We could wipe out a Bretonnian army.
Doomskullki. Anfa Grimazul.
Now, if you've been with the channel for a while, you know that Bretonnia is my faction. So the chance to end one of them is a bit tempting.
Afsepusan Sominu.
It's not that I particularly want to fight Bretonia right now, but if this is their primary army coming out, we've devastated these armies. We can take the chance, or take the time, and just devastate them, and set them back a little bit. And 50 is indeed the top rank that you can get. Let's get Thirst for Magic Grim. And restock. So he's got restock now. His archers will be a little bit better. We've got Fervent Fodder. We'll get you Hell 4 Ordnance. We're going to get you some more War Machines coming up here pretty quick. Cornered Rat sounds really good since we got all the other ones. Alright, so Skalderish. You're gonna go back and take over Castle Drakenhof again. And knock out Balthazar Gelt. That's armor for his army. You got a Bale Taurus for his Demon Smith. There we go. My mouse decides to work with me instead of against me. I don't have enough armaments to get the other one, which is a little sad. So he actually has immortality now. We don't have to worry about him too much in that regard. Let's start upping the amount of abilities that he gives to his troops. There's restock. Right, we've got Arcane Conduit. Grab Bandolier, and I think we're actually going to get Spread Corruption while we're at it too. Just make the army a little bit more devastating in its territory. That worked out surprisingly well for us. I mean, we've got Golden Order armies under Volkmar the Grim coming up this way. They've kind of broken through our lines a little bit. But we can start throwing some fodder armies out in front of it and wear him down.
Possible.
A face such as yours would make for an interesting gilded statue. I have a spell for that, you know. Sigmar's...
Ah, we can actually propose peace with him, and then kind of bypass that. Now we're just at war with the Empire. The Golden Order will probably pull back to fight its other enemies.
Very well.
Interesting.
Because he's at war with
The
a
Right Order are
whole bunch
seeking
of other people.
targets for their initiates to practice on.
That allows us to deal with the Empire, and we can send our armies here up into the mountains to actually deal with Karak Drin. Get Sartan more of an army, and we'll check on our boys in the south here. You got one more turn, and then you will be moving out towards probably Black Crag or Valea Sorrow. There's a lot of weird armies going on around down here, but we're going to devastate some of these areas and just leave them for our buddies in Clan Moors to take. Let's try and get a little bit more money per turn, not that we need it. we have a convoy dispatch available. So let's do Kadai Domination for the master that we have. And we have lots of money, but we don't have a lot of armaments. So let's send it out to get some more living resources. Let's just call it that. Might have to deal with all these guys later. What are we looking at for outposts? Legion of the Gore Queen. None of these are really good. Palace of Ruin, what is... Oh, they have a... They've taken Nagarond. Interesting. We'll take, like, the Palace of Ruin, I think, for outpost. And do we get any better... nothing. So let's put Middenheim as an outpost. Shadow Legion we can't build an outpost at. Oh, we could, I think. Oh no, no outpost there. But the War Host, the Apocalypse. Decadent Host. Let's do Blackrock. We're just spending a little bit of our coin getting as many outposts up there as we can. Why not? Blair the Troll King. Our outpost with them is already maxed out. Clan Moors. Yes, Carrick 8 Peaks we want to go with. And Mount Silver Spear we'll go with. The Exiles of Khorne. Let's go with Death Gorge. Should give us a bunch of options as to what we can recruit for allied troops in the next couple of turns. But we'll let the other nations go, see what ends up happening. I got long for this pre-Thanksgiving video.
Dagrat Sorozul Amgutsen Shardis.
No, we're not going back to war with the Golden Order just yet. We gotta wait 9 more turns after this before we can do that and still keep our reputation, but we're trying to use politics in the forces of disorder, so it could be dicey for a little bit. But given how many of the nations are on our side right now, seeing a lot of blue names up in the title screen here.
Conclave Agrivazu.
The Dim Suns were destroyed. Alright, Ostrogoth. You have a chance. Who is
Not in this world or the other.
Just a normal damsel. If she starts going into these, I'm not too worried. They're not our key focus at the moment.
No, I am the lion. A Kazakh. Dantalaz.
We're just gonna move down here and get slotted so that maybe we can kill King Lewin's army off here not too distant future. Skalderish the Overseer.
Zebatu Taklinkaru. Jar un Kuz. Uring Taundring Ankor. Dakdrath. But
We're gonna get you two up into the mountains and we're gonna push you towards Mount Gunbad as quickly as we can. If we can take that out, knock out the Slayer King,
Marink.
that's the end-all be-all for him. Allied recruitment. Can we get you anything nice? And we can get you a Frostworm. World Walkers. That'll be good. And then Drazoth. Drazoth, my boy, you get to start moving out. Alright, go right towards Valea's Sorrow.
Anfa Adrimazu. Uladrin.
Alright, so that sets those up, and
Mansia
Buck has Grim. We kind of were using you.
Hashut.
Holding action, we can send you down into these devastated regions and possibly take on Karpushin Alvon at a later time. Hell Pit got devastated again, but then it looks like the Frost guys, the Wintertooth, took them out. So let the other nations go. I mean, we're up to 150 turns. It's looking like it's going to be a battle royale down in the central areas there. Now, if we can devastate the Empire enough to peace out with them, we can start focusing on the dwarves more. I'm making it kind of a personal goal for us to wipe out the cousins of ours. Oh, the Griffin one got hit.
Aurora Dwa Arnu.
We don't want to pile on more enemies right now. We're trying to pare down as many fights as we're having. If we could turn the Empire into kind of a standstill, if we could peace out with them. Or Luin could come to us and get devastated. I wonder if we could peace out with Corone, or if, is this all Corone down here? No, that's Clan Angrund. So more dwarves that we have to devastate. Because I kind of want to destroy all the other dwarven armies before we call her done.
I will hear your petition, but make no promises to act.
You have 20 settlements left, Reichland. And it looks like Festus is starting to... Oh, Festus took out the heart of the Empire. Alright, well, if the Empire doesn't want to peace out with us normally, we will send our armies marching right up to one of their cities and take it. I mean, why not? Gives us a nice steady supply of reinforcement area up in the Empire. Let's go with wood for his points right now.
Dis Hashut Ankor. Drumta Orcs.
And we'll take on work bad. Both of our extra armies are there. Decisive victory. And we'll set it up as a tower. And start setting up all the infernal industry as we can. Will be nice when we can start using this as kind of a base inside the Empire. Now let's get assassinate. Might as well. Pretty much capping out most of all of these guys. You have 10 more points left. You've already got replenished troops, which is nice. Getting cornered rat, more leadership is always good. Then we can possibly get you... Now, we might be able to knock out most of your abilities there, Gordez.
Asumor Angas Lock. Dalabdanu.
Alright, so the Empire is starting to suffer inside. Griffinwood got raided. It's kind of fine. I'm not too worried about it, really. We've got Drakenhof if we want to expand out here. That's what we're kind of using it as, since it's only costing us gold. Hashut Reverence, so more Conclave influence from Hashut buildings. Now, Skalderish. We're going to get you up here in the mountains some more. Then you'll be Zatan the Black will be able to come down, and they'll be able to take on the Slayer King.
Istahresu Drathjar. Gromadrazul.
Alright, looks like our little buddy here has to
Nahitiwa.
stay in March stance.
Waluma. Legionaras.
Drozoth, go in and devastate Valea's Sorrow.
Arak.
Not even a contest, we're going to raise it.
Istahresu Drathjar.
Scarred Veteran for him, and you're a Castellan. You always ready. Kind of get your hit points up a little bit first.
Gomleth.
Okay, and then we can go up towards Black Crag. Now, Black Crag, Caradron, Iron Rock, we want to start taking these, because we're moving into the Dwarven Heartland. Then we can swing out to the west and start dealing with Clan Amarund.
Awamrak. Debdarwi Argrundal Hastala.
Just get that Hobgoblin army up that might be able to come down and deal with some of these. Might get devastated too, but I'm not too worried about it. And we'll upgrade that outpost. And we'll upgrade that outpost. And we'll end the turn, let the other nations go, and we'll see where we're sitting after that.
Ersunarun Gorm Danma.
A non-aggression pact with Clan Scryer, yes, the other side of the dwarves that we want to devastate. Essen we don't care about, if the Empire is taking it, I don't care. Ostrogoth can take over some of the more important Empire towns in the west, and then swing back to the east. It's more important to devastate the Empire's ability to get things like steam tanks and their artillery than it is to hold on to places like Essen. Alright, so we do have something in our manufactory now. More Kadai units, so more ability to control them. We're going to set up our assaults for this turn, and then we're probably going to call it a week. So Mordheim, Essen, they got Boris Todbringer and Führerbach. We're going to move towards Needling.
Sterlin. Anfa Grimazul.
Don't really care about leaving important things behind us. Alright, so Skalderish, the Overseer. Where can Zatan the Black get to? You can get to there.
Zul Unajar.
Pop you over in front. Pop you there. That set of armies is going to go down. And Drozoth. Ooh, we have a Clan Angron army. Baelgar Ironhammer himself. The dwarf, the myth. The soon-to-be very, very, very disgruntled dwarf. Alright, so move that up there. And we'll get set up to assault Black Crag. And are we able to get you... Ooh, the Blazing Beards of Bazrak. Not really that big a deal. What can we get you for artillery-style units? We don't want some from the World Walkers. Fecondites can't give us much. Exiles of Khorne can give us some nice, nice units. Oh, Minotaurs of Khorne. Blood Shrine of Khorne. A Skull Cannon would be nice. We'll get you a Skull Cannon. Actually, let's not. Let's get... We need cavalry is what we need for this army. So maybe not the Exiles of Khorne, we'll save them. Clan Moors, do you have any cavalry or cavalry-like stuff? Wolf Rats, not really. Not really the best. Decadent Host, nope. Keep skipping over Wintertooth, and they're the ones I want. Norskin Ice Wolves. Get 2 units of those for Wintertooth. And 2 from the World Walkers, and that'll help them out. But I think that's where we're going to call it for this week, guys. Again, happy Thanksgiving for all of you who are celebrating. And if the American one is before or after this, happy Thanksgiving for there too. If you enjoyed the video, guys, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, join me in this or other Let's Plays, just hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video goes out. And remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.